Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Apple Box Chronicles. My name is Peyton Buto,
And I'm Adryon Thomas.
and today on the ABCs, we're taking you from A to Z on our lives
Yeah,
for the past couple months because
we're back.
This is the second season. A few things, I guess, you'll notice. We look a lot better in terms of the
Branding.
Yes, our logo and our artwork and our profile pictures on all our social medias were updated.
We got a professional on it.
We got a professional on it. No shade to our old logo that my girlfriend made. She did a great job, and I think we really liked the concept that we had, and we just gave it an upgrade, and I commissioned my good friend Courtney to do it, Courtney Hayes. So shout out to her. I'll have to throw her link or whatever in our show description so that everybody can, go to her if you need a graphic design work.
Yeah.
She's very good. But yeah, that's where we're at. We upgraded that. We're still working on some technical stuff.
Yeah.
But we wanted to get back into it. We've been quite busy and also feeling super lazy because when you're busy but the busyness is watching movies, you kind of feel like a piece of shit. But I also feel like some of it is necessary.
Yeah. I mean, work's been crazy too. Just a lot of drama and
Oh yeah,
corporate
our day
politics.
jobs are pretty insane.
Yeah.
Right now, but yeah, we just figured we need to get back into it. We waited until I was done with South by Southwest. That's one of the things we'll talk about today. We also, I'm going to New Orleans in a few weeks as well. So, but for a shorter amount of time, so we should be able to manage this as well. But yeah, we just want to talk about some movies. I know we never do that, but we want to talk about some movies that we've watched in between the last time you saw us and now, and then we want to talk about the Oscars, and we want to talk about South by, because you actually did something pretty cool at South by as well that we'll get into a little tease, I guess.
We won't go into too much details with these recaps because it's going to take forever for us.
Yeah, this
to
would be
go
like a
through
5-hour episode
Yeah.
if we talked about everything.
So we'll just pretty much say a little bit about what we liked about some of these movies, and if we didn't like them, then we'll also say that too.
Yeah, and we'll get further. Like some of these movies, we might get further into in future episodes. We might do like full, because we were listing these off, and we're like, oh,
Yeah.
these would make good episodes. And I was like, well, we could do whatever we want, really, with any of these. But yeah, so one of the big ones we saw that we both liked was Send Help from Sam Raimi.
Sam Raimi's back.
He is back. It's very similar to, like, I love when Sam Raimi does, I guess, real life and then makes it Sam Raimi. Like, this is about workplace dynamics and such, but I love when he takes, I guess, something that's real and then just, like, Raimi-ifies it rather than using actual zombies and monsters and
he
superheroes.
When he's not doing something supernatural, I guess.
Yeah, I guess you could call Drag Me to Hell supernatural for sure, but I like that movie very much starts in a real place.
Yeah.
And then it kind of turns into this wild batshit thing. And that's kind of what I got from this movie. Just two of the best performances of the year.
Yeah, I like Rachel McAdams, always great, has always been great. I don't know why she isn't, like, has she ever been nominated before?
I feel like she has, but I can't remember for
I can't figure, yeah. Oh, maybe Spotlight?
Yeah, maybe Spotlight. That would probably be the one.
But yeah, she's fantastic. Dylan O'Brien's been, like, doing so well in this past year, like with Twinless and this movie. He's, like, really showing that he's got some chops on him.
This movie, he has, like, some of the best line deliveries. I say it all the time.
He's so funny.
Now we're cooking. Like, I say that all the time. The way he says it when he's building his little tent is
I feel
hilarious.
like he's playing a younger, more antagonistic version of, like, Bruce Campbell.
Well, he plays the son of Bruce Campbell in the movie.
Yeah, he does, because in the background you see Bruce Campbell's
yeah, Bruce Campbell's his dad.
Picture.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's the point where it especially hit me when he was like, "She didn't leave me water. She didn't leave me water." And I can just hear Bruce Campbell saying that.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was a great movie. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. If you're really into Sam Raimi, I don't know why you haven't watched it yet, but he's back.
Yeah.
And we'll see what he does next.
Another movie that I saw that you didn't was 28 years later, The Bone Temple.
I never had the opportunity.
I just thought it was extraordinary.
It looks great. Since I work at a movie theater, I've seen a lot of it. I've seen a lot of parts from it, and it looks great.
Yeah.
I just haven't actually sat down to watch it.
It's pretty extraordinary. It's just got. I mean, you've probably heard about it. It's got one of the best scenes of the year. Like, the climax is so good. I just think it's such a complete movie within the world, and it's a continuation of the last one, but it just kind of evolves the themes. It's a completely new perspective on the world. Like, that's what I love about the director switch up, is that it's like, yeah, we're in the same place, you can tell, but like the lens with which we're seeing this world is very different. And I just like that, because when we switch to new characters, that's just what should happen.
Yeah.
And it just takes on a completely different pace and tone, and but it still maintains like all of the heart and the emotion of the last one. So I mean, that's all I can really say about that. I think.
Now, I've only seen 2 other Nia DaCosta movies, but it feels like this is the type of movie in which she works the best at.
Yeah, maybe.
I haven't seen Marvels, but I would assume that's not very similar at all to this type of movie.
Hell no. I mean, she's kind of said that that's not really her movie anyway.
Exactly. So I feel like if she expands on this type of genre of movie, where it's both like horrific but also has this kind of sentimental deepness to it, I think that's where she's gonna really find her groove, which I feel like she has found her groove in this sort of area, but it's not as popular in terms of what people watch.
Right. Well, a movie that we both saw that we loved was Anaconda.
I think it's incredible.
The new Anaconda is... What the fuck is wrong with you guys? Like, okay, honestly, what's wrong with me? Because when I first watched it, I was like, I can't tell if it's brilliant or dumb. It's brilliantly dumb. It's like perfectly like planned out to be like... This is the only way I would want them to reboot Anaconda. It's the only way, because the best way to do it, because Anaconda's about them going out to film a movie and then they get attacked by a snake, have them go out to film the Anaconda reboot.
Yeah.
And the characters are very endearing. The actors are fucking incredible. Steve Zahn
so funny.
is like Oscar worthy in this movie.
It's
Jack
such
Black
a funny movie.
Is perfectly cast. Paul Rudd is so great in this movie. I forget Nico Parker's mom is in it. I forget her name.
Yeah. Thandie Newton.
Yeah, she's so good in it. Also, I feel bad for forgetting his name, because he literally commented on my video about it. But the Brazilian actor who plays the snake trainer in the movie, he was in I'm Still Here. Yeah, he's an incredible actor,
he plays it so dry in the movie, and it's so funny.
Yeah, he was great. He commented on my video with like a set photo of him and the snake, and then I was like, dude, you were great in the movie. And then he was like, thanks, you should post another video just about my character, and you'll see how crazy Brazilians are on social media. And I was like, I don't know if I'm going to do that, but thanks.
Yeah, no, I think, obviously people are going to go and see how silly it is, and they're just going to be, it's another silly, stupid, funny movie, which it is. But it's also way smarter than I think people are giving credit for. It's obviously it's very meta in a way, but it utilizes the structure of the first movie so well in this remake that you almost forget like that it is basically a remake sequel to the movie.
Yeah, and they start going in different directions where they're like talking about, it kind of does that thing with satire where it's like, when you satirize something, you kind of do the thing too. So you know, there's a line to walk there, and it's kind of doing this like, oh, they're studio films, like they didn't even have the ending written yet of this corporate Anaconda remake, and so that, but then it also feels like they're making it up as they go, and that's like commenting on the fact that movies are making themselves up as they go, and then it comments on the fact that it's ambiguous whether it's a spiritual sequel, a reboot, or a remake, and you can't tell what the fuck it's trying to be, and like it's playing into all these things.
Yeah, it's playing into how serious everybody tries to make these reboots and these sequels out to, like when they're writing the script, they're like they say something,
you could be the white Jordan Peele.
Well, that is really funny, but no, when they're writing, they're looking for substance and themes.
Yeah. They're like, well, okay, but what's this movie about? And he's like, themes. He's like, themes.
Yeah, it's like this idea that we really need to like make this a serious, like really good like movie. It's like it's Anaconda.
Yeah,
like you have to go silly with it. You don't. It doesn't need to be as serious.
It's like it's about generational trauma, and Jack Black's like, that's one of the best ones, or something.
And I mean, and it does have themes in the movie. That's the thing. It's like
it's about
so
friendship,
weirdly
and it's about,
meta.
Yeah, it's about like basically reawakening your inner child and making art with your friends.
Yeah,
I think it's like honestly kind of beautiful by the end.
Kind of going for your dreams, kind of.
Yeah,
thing.
yeah. I mean, yes, it oversteps sometimes. I don't think I needed the Jennifer Lopez in there.
Well, I mean,
like,
it was like
spoilers,
a cameo.
I guess.
Yeah, it's like a little cameo.
But I thought Ice Cube was enough.
Yeah, I don't know. Anaconda's great. Go watch it.
And Tom Gormican, the director, he's like making this new kind of comedy that's like the metatextual comedy with unbearable weight of massive talent as well. So he's just making like these very like meta movie within a movie kind of comedies that are really interesting, and I kind of want to see him make more movies like that on this scale. I just think if one of these every few years could be really fun. Yeah, just go to the movies and kind of have this nice conversation about film culture, present day film culture with these comedies, and have a laugh about it. So yeah, see Anaconda. Another movie you should see that did not get enough love, I think, was Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die.
It's so good.
Gore Verbinski, he's back. I think this movie
also
brilliantly meta.
Yeah, you guys need to watch this movie. Like it's such a great anti-AI movie.
Yeah.
And not enough people are being loud about being anti-AI. Like I feel like we need to get more on board with this kind of stuff. I mean, right now, I think one of the I keep seeing videos about like a Fruit Love Island like AI thing going on, where it's literally like an AI Love Island like cartoon. And
I have not heard
people
of
are talking about it and watching it. It's like,
and the Darren Aronofsky thing as well.
Oh yeah,
just garbage.
He was my man for a second, and then I can't support it anymore. I can't support him anymore. After
I know. I did love The Whale. I even liked Caught Stealing quite a bit.
I like pretty much all the movies that I've seen from him. There are a few that I still haven't seen, but like I don't know what he's doing with that AI stuff. I don't know. It almost feels like a prank. Like he's like, here's my AI thing.
Yeah, it's fucking stupid.
But it's not, and it's crazy.
But Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die. It's like, so. Yeah, I think the loudly anti-AI messaging, like I know it's like ham-fisted to a lot of people. It's like beating you over the head with it, but it's like, bro, it kind of needs to.
It needs to.
Like
because
no, fuck that shit.
Yeah, because people are stupid these days.
Yeah.
Like there are a lot of very stupid people these days.
It's not even that the movie is for stupid people.
And it's not. It's like saying this is what's bad. This is what's happening. It's showing you. It's a lot of people are comparing it to like Black Mirror, and it's like that's the point.
Well, what I think is brilliant about the movie, and
it's a mirror to our society.
Well, yes, but it's good that you bring up something like Black Mirror, because it's also like it's got Terminator in there.
Yeah,
it's got fucking Toy Story at one point. You've got the little Sid toys coming up. So like, it's not just this mishmash of references and homages that's trying to like throw familiar shit at you and be like, guys, oh, isn't it fun? It's like this, it's like that. No, that's literally the point of the movie on a textual level, because you have the Sam Rockwell character is literally like, guys, what's up? Like, everything is just like recycled garbage right now. Like, look at the world around us. Everything is recycled garbage. What's going on? And we're not even noticing. And I think Gore is a perfect person to make this movie, because his flourishes with the camera, his flourishes with, you know, the way that he composes his shots and the way that he makes this movie look and feel is kind of old school and different. And there is a sense of, like, freshness to the imagery and to the way this movie is paced and edited. Like, I can't tell you, like, when every time I watch it, I'm just like, damn, like, there's something special going on, like, under the surface of this very kind of familiar, like, all of the references and the homages are very familiar, but, like, there's a reference to, like, AI, artificial intelligence, the Steven Spielberg movie. And it's like all that stuff is very familiar, but then you also just have the way the movie moves and breathes kind of feels different. And I think that combination is very important, because it's a movie about people, this group of people who are going through, like, real things. Like, for example, there's a grieving mother, played by Juno Temple. There's Haley Lou Richardson plays a character that's literally allergic to cell phones and Wi-Fi. This is an original trait she has. It's, like, only her that has this experience. And so all of these human experiences that are completely unique, you know, there's a scene where Juno Temple has her son, like, cloned, and the cloning agency is just like, oh, pick out personality traits, you know, it, like, does an algorithm to figure out who her son is. And she's like, I can't boil down my son to these words, because he's a living, breathing thing. And so I think it's trying to have this conversation about art, and it's like, you can't just say that, you know, you can't just put something into a series of checklists and say this is what it is. Like, all of the stuff that we experience as human beings is different and original, and that is what births our art and our ideas and our creativity, is our original experiences. So this is characters operating in a world where that is going obsolete, and so they feel alone in having original human experiences. And so I think this movie is just about how we have to keep fighting for the next new idea, and how we have to accept the experiences, even though they're painful, of being human, because that is what allows us to get to the next idea. And it's important that we continue to value finding the next idea, and not just settle for, like, okay, we're done experiencing new stuff, because that just doesn't work, because you know, you're always going to experience new stuff.
The movie really combats the easy, almost laziness of AI, and how it kind of subdues you into this like sulken, like, place, and the type of people that we've become, where, I mean, it's in the name, good luck, have fun. It's like, it's all about finding it's like finding the creativity in the situations you get yourself into, and finding your way out of them. That makes it, like, an experience, a human experience. And I like, for instance, like you were saying, with her, like, building up her son, her cloned son, and it's like, you have to pick these 3 traits or whatever. It's like, you can't boil someone down to 3 traits. It's like going on a dating app, and it's like, what are you looking for a person? It's like, all I see is pictures of this person, and it says that they're into, like, these 3 things that they could only put down, but you
don't know that person.
You have to there's no actual face. Person. And I think that's really what it's saying. It's like, we got to get out of this, like, simplified, easy app reality that we're living in, and like, actually live it for real. Great movie. Guys, go watch it, rent it, buy it, I don't know. Watch the movie.
Maybe we should do an episode on that, because holy shit, we're gonna talk for a long time if we keep doing that.
Another great movie.
No,
it's not.
So we both did see Scream 7, and I do, since there's, you know, a lot of talk about Scream 7, I don't think we should support that film.
No.
And I didn't support that film, and neither did you. We both saw it at free screenings at our because of our day jobs, we're allowed to do that. And so we didn't support the movie, just so you know, just like a disclaimer. But, you know, that was our opportunity to check it out, because it's like, you know, it was a completely private screening thing. And the the film is not fucking
good. It's not good.
So don't even check it out.
Yeah.
Don't even give it attention.
I mean, I feel like if you're a Scream fan, you probably already seen it anyway. But if you're a Scream fan and you're like, oh, I kind of want to watch it just to see what, nothing happened. Like,
yeah,
it's not good at all.
No,
it's easily the worst Scream movie out of all of them. They didn't know what they were doing.
Well,
they literally like.
They were
I
just
saw an interview
putting
with
some shit together.
Yeah, I saw an interview with one of the characters. I'll say spoiler, but I also won't. I'll try not to spoil it. But it was an interview with one of the killers, and they were talking about how in the writing, in the script, there was like no motivation, basically.
And they had to come up with it.
They had to come up with certain like emotional dynamics with certain other characters to where it would make sense because it wasn't in the script. So they obviously didn't know what they were doing with the movie, and they had to like work around a lot of things to make it make sense within like the Scream world, like the reality.
Yeah.
And you could just tell. And it's so crazy and unfortunate that Kevin Williamson is the director and the co-writer of this movie, because he's the creator of Scream and he's turned his own franchise into basically the Stab movies. Like,
yeah,
it's a weird like meta like, I don't know. It's not good.
It's just a tragic irony of it. It's not good. It's not entertaining. It's got a couple like good kills, I guess, like in term like on paper.
Yeah.
But none of them are intimate or motivated or feel
There was one kill
there's
that
one
was
that's so
insane.
crazy. It's insane, and then you find out who the killer is and who that person is, and you're like, what?
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense. Anyway, it's a bad movie.
Yeah.
I don't recommend it, and
No.
you shouldn't buy it on Blu-ray, and you shouldn't rent it, and you shouldn't stream it, and you should ignore it completely because it's not worth your time, and it will just make you like Scream less, I think.
Yeah.
Anyway, enough about bad movies. Return to Silent Hill.
I haven't seen this.
You
one.
haven't seen it. You're not gonna like it. We're gonna watch it together. You're not gonna like it. I'm gonna go to Walmart right after this, get the Blu-ray. You're not gonna like it. I think I deserve to like it as like a little treat for myself.
I mean, that's fine.
For me, I wasn't even gonna see it. My friend posted a video saying that it was good and saying that people should go see it with an open mind and not attach the expectations of the game to it. Now, they haven't played the game, but still, I was like, this is interesting because I agree with this person so much. It's my buddy, Film Bro Sway. You should follow them. But I agree with this person on like most things. And so, and even when we don't, we have great conversations. So I was like, I want to check this out. So I went and saw Return to Silent Hill. I didn't know shit about the game. And then I was like, oh my God, the fucking visuals in this movie are so weird. Like, okay, so you know how we say that when you're creative, you're like, when you're limited, you get creative? You're creatively limited? So this movie had a much smaller budget for the director than the first Silent Hill movie he did.
Which we did see.
And I still like that one more than you. But I think this one, I think you might like this one better. But it's very different. It feels very different. But this has a much smaller budget than that one because it's made at a different time. And I think what he did with the budget is he knew he couldn't make every VFX look good. So he makes the stuff that's close to the camera that needs to look good. And then the rest of the stuff, he actually makes it look worse on purpose. Because there is literally parts of this where I'm like, there's no way you couldn't have made that look better.
Yeah.
Like, you could have. But I think it's a creative move to be like, okay, no, actually, we're going to dial it back. We're gonna decrease, and we're going to make it look like it's from the PS2. Because in making it look like it's from the PS2, it becomes this very interesting, stylized movie where it looks like a video game. And it works in cohesion with everything because the fucking scenes of dialogue in this movie look like cutscenes. These characters look animated, and they're live-action people. The way that their body movements are directed is literally a PlayStation cutscene. I can't believe it. And the way the scenes are lit is crazy. And so for that reason, I just find this movie fascinating and so entertaining and so fun. And it's emo as shit, and I like it. And the music is from the composer that did the game, and the music is great. Everyone agrees with that. But yeah, I think it is an incredible movie. I think I could just watch it like all the time. It's ridiculous.
I mean, I am excited to watch it because I love watching. This isn't even a polarizing movie, but I love watching movies in which there are a lot of people that dislike the movie.
Yeah.
Because I want to see like what is the movie doing that's so transgressive that people have to be like, this is so bad.
I'm trying to figure that out because I'm playing through Silent Hill 2 right now, the video game, to kind of get that perspective, because a lot of people were telling me, "Oh, you're going to like hate it once you play Silent Hill 2." I don't see it. I'm partway through Silent Hill 2. I don't see that point because I think this movie is just not doing the same thing. You know, it adds certain characters and threads that like are like, "Oh, what the fuck? Why is that in the movie?" That would disrupt the goal of the story of the game, but that's not the goal of the story of the movie, I think. I think the movie is what even Silent Hill represents in the movie, I think, is actually tweaked compared to the video game, and I think people just they didn't like it, which is fine. But I don't think it's a lack of vision. I think it's or a lack of understanding. I think it's just a lack of having a similar relationship to the video game material than the director. I think the director just has what he finds interesting about that is different from other people. But it's cool that he got to make that and be like, here's what I like about the game. Here's what I think is cool about it. Anyway, beyond that, another masterpiece movie that we both saw was Nirvana, the band, the show, the movie.
And that's not being hyperbolic. That is, the movie's great. It's
a masterpiece.
It's an incredible.
Yeah,
I really want to watch it again.
Honestly,
just
I
so
don't even think
funny.
we should say that much about it because it's not a movie that you just want to go in blind. It's hilarious. You don't need to watch the show.
Yeah, it is based off of a web show, but you don't really need to know that much. You just need to know that there's these two guys called Nirvana the band, and they're up to they really want to get into
they want to get a show at the Rivoli.
Yeah, and that's all you need to go know going
Watch
in.
them try to get a show at the Rivoli.
Yeah,
that's all you should know.
But it is incredibly funny. And it's way
funny in ways most movies aren't. Like it's not even doing something else really well. It's like doing its own unique thing.
And it is also insanely smart. The characters come off as stupid, but the way the movie is put together and done and created and edited is insanely smart and well thought of. And yeah, there's no other movie really like this.
It's a fascinating, like, how did they do that kind of movie. Yeah, everyone should see it.
Yeah.
Everyone. We also marathoned the Strangers movies, the chapter 1, 2, and 3 from Rennie Harlan.
Harlan's masterpiece.
Because Rennie Harlan made the third one, and he premiered the third one with the other two attached to it, like a whole bloody affair.
Yeah.
And the thing is, we wanted to get that vision and see, well, okay, if there's supposed to be one movie, what does that look like?
Yeah.
So we did our best to replicate that, and we watched all three in a row in the same evening. I gotta say, fuck. Like, the thing is, you know, when you watch them all like that, it is actually better because the first one is literally nothing. It's a fucking it's literally a nothing movie. There's nothing in it. It's one of my least favorite movies I think I've ever watched.
It's basically just a remake of the very first Strangers movie.
I know.
With a lot of things, not a lot of things, a few things tweaked here and there to become a part of this trilogy, I guess. But it's basically just almost like
they literally said that. They said we were basically remaking the first one just to get where we wanted to go with the story. So it's like, you're wasting my time.
So instead of doing something like Sam Raimi with Evil Dead 2, just having like the first 20 minutes be like a remake of the first movie and then go on to do some different stuff, they just literally remade the first movie with no added substance.
It's fucking bullshit. I hate that movie so fucking much, dude. Literally, like, I'm not like this usually, but that movie is just numbing cream. It literally makes me feel nothing, and that's the worst thing a movie can do.
Yeah, it's bland. There's nothing really going for it. There are a few practical effects that are like, oh, that's kind of neat.
And then the second and third one, I think they started using like AI blood.
I don't know if it was AI.
I heard rumors it was AI, and
if it was
like
AI,
it could be.
then yeah, that sucks. I just think it's just bad blood visual effects.
It's possible. I don't want to make any bold claims or anything, but I heard there were some people telling me it was AI.
And you could see there's definitely moments where I understand why they would want to use visual effect blood instead of real blood, because there's like children involved. But it looks really bad. Like, it looks like they just pasted an effect on them.
Bro, it's fucking
not
fucking
good.
terrible. So this is the thing, is that if you watch these movies together, I start off and it's the worst, the most numbing thing imaginable. Nothing happens, and then the second one they're like, but we moved the camera in this one. We moved the camera a few times. There's some stuff here, and then in the third one
they kind of shift perspectives.
Yeah, and then in the third one they're like, but there's a plot in this one. And I'm like, finally, we have arrived at a movie.
Yeah.
And it's not a good movie, but it's a movie. Like, it literally lowers my standards so much when I watch the first one that, like, just something happening in the third one becomes, like, a fucking miracle.
Yeah.
So I kind of see why it works.
The third one's easily the best one of the trilogy. But it's also, if anything, dumber than the other two.
It's so weird.
With what they're trying to do with some of the relationships in it, and just how they go about it. It's one of the most insane like ideas for a studio to put out 3 of these movies back to back. Almost like, I don't know if they shot them all like at the same time or if they kind of spaced it out a little bit, but the fact that they had Rennie Harlan make these 3 movies and put it out there is just wild. Like, I'm curious how they pitched the movie. Like, how do you pitch this to a studio and say, like, this is going to make money, guys? People are going to like this stuff.
Yeah.
Because obviously it didn't do either.
Yeah.
I don't know how Rennie Harlan still makes movies.
I don't know, man.
It's insane. And the thing is, I like Rennie Harlan. I think it's kind of charming how bad of a filmmaker he is, because he almost never makes a good movie, except for the very few times. Like, for instance, he did a movie called, I don't remember, like The Long Kiss Goodnight. Long Kiss Goodnight?
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, with Gina Davis, and it's written by Shane Black. That one's pretty good. I thought that was a pretty good movie.
Yeah.
The sequel to Die Hard, Die Harder is not it doesn't compare as well to the first movie, but it's not necessarily a bad movie. It's just like one of those unnecessary sequels. And then pretty much the rest of his filmography is kind of crap. I haven't seen like Cutthroat Island, which is like one of the biggest like movie flops of all time. But it actually kind of looks interesting.
Yeah.
I would want to see it, even if
that
it's
was put
not
out
good.
by Lionsgate on Steelbook. I think they were like, oh, now we're doing The Strangers. We got to put this out.
But if you really want to see some entertaining, really, really bad, below-the-barrel kind of stuff, just watch his version of Hercules, Legend of Hercules. That stuff is insane. Like, it's like you think of a bad movie, then you watch that movie and you're like, oh, yeah. It can get worse than the worst thing I've thought of. and it's kind of entertaining to watch.
Yeah.
I don't mean to put down you, Rennie Harlan. I do love you, but like, my God, figure it out, man.
And now we move on to a movie that literally it was like it got 0% on Rotten Tomatoes.
This is a bizarre movie.
This is a weird one. Psycho Killer.
Psycho Killer, written by Andrew
Kevin Walker, the writer of Seven,
the writer of The Killer,
and Event Horizon, I think. No,
I don't think.
Am I wrong about that?
Event Horizon's Paul W.S. Anderson.
Yeah, but he didn't write it.
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay,
Not
maybe
that
I'm
I
wrong.
know of.
I don't know. I swear I saw that on the filmography. My bad. Anyway, right. So you're right. He's written some police procedural kind of serial killer stuff with Seven, And so you'd expect, oh, okay, there's like something going on here, Psycho Killer. It's like kind of similar. It's like Silence of the Lambs or maybe Seven sort of situation or Zodiac. Bro, this movie's fucking crazy. So like, it kind of feels like he's trolling. Like it kind of feels like he's parodying this shit because the Psycho Killer is so insane. Like he's just called it's just called Psycho Killer.
Yeah.
And you have the blandest possible template detective character played by Georgina Campbell. Like one character trait is that her husband is dead, and she just doesn't have like any other thing you really know about her beyond that grief. And then the Psycho Killer is like basically like this parody of, it's like when you know that movie Epic Movie?
Yeah.
It's like that version of like a serial killer where it's just like let's take all the stuff we know and let's just amp it up.
Apparently he wrote this movie like decades ago, like maybe 20 years ago. I don't remember, but I read somewhere that he wrote the script for this movie a long time ago. Back when it probably would have been good to put out, but they've waited so long to have it made. They have the guy that directed it. This is his first time directing a movie. I think he's more known for producing movies. And I don't think the director really knew what the script was trying to do. And the script was, I think, trying to say that these serial killer, psycho killer types, when, like, they're so evil that if they were to kill people, they would want to do it on such a large scale under the guise of, not even a guise, under the idea of being a true Satanist, to just like wipe out people. And I'm gonna get into a bit of spoilers here, which is I guess fine because I don't think anybody's gonna watch this even if we recommend it. But basically he's trying to nuke the place because in like the last third of the movie he goes to like a nuclear plant. He's like trying to literally nuke a bunch of people. And he wipes out all these Satanists who claims to be Satanists, but they're just a bunch of people who are, they just do a lot of sex stuff. They don't actually see they're not evil in the sense of what we assume Satanists to be. They're just like the normal Satanists, where they just do, I don't know, hedonistic debauchery stuff. And he's like, that's not what Satanists are. No, we want to murder people. We want to wipe out the civilization. He
literally goes up to other Satanists and he's like, you guys have no fucking vision. You guys are fake fans. He's like, no, I will literally die for this shit.
I think the point is that the psycho killer, a real psycho killer, will wipe out the fucking planet or the
He's like,
the
I
state
don't,
or
yeah,
the country.
He's like, this is not a game to me.
It's like he just wants to kill people. And every time you're with the psycho killer, it's the best part of the movie because it's fun and absurd and crazy.
Bro, he fucking, I'm going to spoil this. He takes a straw and stabs a priest through a confessional booth and drinks his blood out of his neck with a straw.
It's incredible.
And I'm just like, dog, this...
I don't even remember why he does that.
He's going on side quests.
Yeah,
he just does it.
He just did that. I don't think there was a point to it. He just did it. And then we cut back to...
He's like, just a glimpse into my twisted mind.
We just cut back to the cop, and it's all boring. And the whole movie should have just been with the psycho killer the entire time, just him just going around messing people up. But no, it tried to be a bit more serious when it should have been more silly. And I don't know what they were thinking with this movie either. It's weird. It's a bizarre movie. I don't know whether it's not a good movie in my opinion, but I feel like there could have been something there, but it missed the ball. It didn't quite do what it wanted to do.
Yeah. But what is a really good movie is Project Hail Mary.
Yeah. I thought it was, so to preference. I read the book before the movie.
I did not.
I actually bought the book around the time that it just came out. So maybe 2021, I think, or later. Whenever the book came out, I'm bad with years, but I've had the book for a long time, and I didn't read it until maybe a month or two before the movie came out, because I'm like, if I don't read it now, I'm probably never going to read it, because I'll watch the movie and I'll just be like, oh, okay, whatever.
That's me. That's my life.
Yeah, so I read the book. Great book. Obviously, not everybody, but most people consider it a really good sci-fi novel, which it is. And the movie is basically, like, plot for plot, the same thing. Like, it's a really good adaptation in terms of both character realization and the basic story of the novel. I thought the adaptation is quite great. This is one of the rare times, though, where I'm going to say that the book is just slightly better than the movie, though. Because there's just so much really cool science, facty, mathy stuff going on in the book that I don't think the movie goes as deep into.
Yeah. It's not as introspective because it's a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I understand, because the movie's already 2 hours and like 30 minutes long. It's a long movie. Like, working that movie is a dread for me.
I fucking hate it.
I hate working the movie. It's so long. But watching the movie, it goes by really, really
so
well.
well-paced.
It's well paced. It's so good. And you don't need to add on the extra fluff based on like some of the stuff in the book, which it's kind of weird for me, because it's like, some of the stuff they take out from the book is like some of the best stuff I think in the book. For instance, this isn't necessarily a spoiler because it happens so early in the movie. When he wakes up, he doesn't know where he is at all. And it's the same in the movie. But how he finds out that he's in space is by doing math. And not just math, he's doing experiments. He feels that gravity is wrong. He's like, why am I falling down? Why does it feel weird? And he's doing all this calculations, and he figures out, I can't be on Earth because gravity doesn't work this way. I have to be in outer space. And that's how he figures out. He doesn't just look out a window and he's like, oh crap, I'm in space, because there is no windows. Because he doesn't know who he is. He has amnesia. He can't get out of the first capsule because the password is his name, and he doesn't even know his name. And so there's this whole sequence at the very beginning of the book that they don't even put in the movie, in which he's just like, I'm not on Earth right now. I don't know who I am. I don't know what's going on. I don't know how I know all this stuff, but I do. And he's just slowly trying to figure out like how to get out of this situation. And then once he finally finds out that he's in space, he's like, oh my God, I'm in space. Why am I in space? That's our sun. Why am I seeing our sun? And then he slowly figures out, that's not my son. He's like doing all this math and stuff. And I think that's so cool in the book. And they just they fly by that stuff in the movie. You barely see any of that stuff in the movie. He's just kind of, Ryan Gosling, I love him. I think he is the perfect person for this movie. Like, you read the book and you read it, and you're like, that's Ryan Gosling right there. That's literally Ryan Gosling. Mm-hmm. And he's great in the movie. He does a bunch of like this silly, like, falling around and being goofy. And they just kind of undercut how smart his character actually really is. And I think that's one of the biggest letdowns of the movie, is how they kind of put his character together.
They feel like more into the comedy.
Yeah, that's kind of the thing with Lord and Miller. I like Lord and Miller, especially with their animated stuff. I think they are hard to beat when it comes to their animated films. Like Lego Movie, Cloudy, the Spider-Verse movies. I think they're great animated filmmakers. I think they always lose me with their live action movies, because I think the way that they direct live action is very similar to how they would probably direct their animated movies, but because it's live action, they don't have as much control. They put too much, I think, into the playfulness of the situation in live action. That's why they do a lot of improvising and whatnot. And I think that could take away from some of the more important stuff that they could be putting into the movie. And I think that's why they were fired off for Solo. Like, I'm still gonna stand with the fact that I don't think their solo movie would have been any better, if not good, as the solo movie we got now, which is already a bummer because they had to like redo a lot of stuff with that movie. But I think they work here in some aspects, but I think they add a bit too much silliness and goofiness to what's already a silly and goofy movie, book and character. They add a bit more than is necessary, and that's why I feel like I'm not as in love with this movie as everybody else is. I do like the movie a lot. I'm just not like over the moon about it.
Me neither, but I think it just has to do with the fact that I was really exhausted from South by when I saw it. I was kind of like losing my mind. I was kind of like getting a little distracted, and also the goddamn aspect ratio at the Regal I saw was fucked up. I know that the aspect ratio changes in this movie, but it was fucked up the whole time. It never filled up the screen. I was pissed off. Because it's like a movie you want to be immersed in, and I just feel like I wasn't in the headspace for it, and I just need to go see it again. But I liked it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna watch it again at the Bullock this Thursday in IMAX, so maybe I'll have a better experience with that. But for now,
I need to go there and see it.
Yeah, for now, I do still have a few things that I'm not a huge fan of in the movie, but overall, I think it's pretty great. I think most people will like this movie. If you watch this movie, I'm pretty sure you'll like it. It's really hard to dislike this movie.
Yeah, no, most people like it.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's the movies we wanted to mention. Let us know if you want us to do any full episodes on any of those. We'd be super down for any of them. Maybe not Scream 7. We're not doing that.
No.
But, yeah. But anyway, the Oscars also happened. Mm-hmm. And we just want to briefly kind of go over some thoughts on that. Adryon, you got 15 out of your 24 predictions right. Neither of us really guessed for the
any of the shorts. Yeah, we didn't. We just kind of.
Yeah, we just.
It's not that we don't like them. I just didn't have a chance this year to watch any of them.
Yeah, me neither.
And including the documentary films, full length.
Yeah,
and
it's not
short.
That they're not important. It's just that we didn't get to them, and so for that reason, I didn't even guess them. So I'm just counting them wrong.
Yeah, I'm just.
You guessed, but you didn't get any of them right.
Honestly, I didn't even guess them either. When I was doing this, I did this at work, and those weren't filled out. And one of my coworkers was like, "Let me just fill them out for you," and she just kind of just like guessed based off of the titles.
So y'all were just messing around.
Yeah,
got it.
And I mean, we still got them wrong, but
yeah. So out of the 24 categories, you got 15 and I got 16. The only one that I got that you didn't, actually, that's not true. It was all different shit, right? So, we both guessed Stellan Skarsgård for actor, but you wanted Sean Penn, and then Sean Penn won.
Yeah,
I mean, that was one we got wrong.
I have my actual my ballot with me. Maybe I'll take a picture and we could put it up, and so you can actually see. But the way I did this ballot is that I filled out all the ones that I thought was gonna win, and for a select few, I put a little star next to it. Next to the person that I wanted to win.
But it was different from your prediction.
Yeah. And so 3 of these that I got wrong, I got like, I would say I got like half a point because I predicted, I didn't predict them right, but in my heart I got them right.
Yeah.
But yeah, well, let's just go down with the ballot. Actor, I got Michael B. Jordan right. Did you get that right too?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, 2 months ago I would have said Timmy.
Yeah, I think a lot of people would
have. But I think with
Sinners just picked up so much steam.
Yeah.
It's not because of the ballet and opera thing that happened after voting closed. Nobody cares about that in terms of the Oscar. It was just it just didn't. After a minute it was like, oh, like all the award ceremonies before, like there was no crossover with a Oscars voting body in which Timmy won. So
I did put a notation next to this. I wanted Wagner to win.
Me too.
I wanted him to win, but I had a feeling that Michael B. Jordan was going to win because not only it was a good performance, but he's also playing 2 characters. And as much as people give credit to that being like, you're playing 2 characters, it's how he played the 2 characters. It's like you could definitively tell the two apart. Like, there was no question about it. At no point was I like, is that smoke or is that stack?
Yeah.
No. A lot of that also has to go with like costuming as well as like you can see the differences.
Yeah.
But the performance
they walk
as well,
differently.
like
they talk differently.
Yeah, it's really good. But I am glad that Michael B. Jordan got it because he is a great actor.
Yes.
And he's been doing it for actually a really long time. He's been like a kid actor for the first part of his career, and he's matured to such a part of his career.
Yeah.
And he's also
so
a
good.
director. Cool.
Yeah, he's fantastic. Super talented guy.
All right, actor in supporting role.
We both guessed Stellan.
We both get Stellan. I put a notation next to Sean Penn, and Sean Penn did win.
Yeah, and that makes sense.
Makes sense.
Fabulous performance.
I think he is the best performance of the. This is one of the harder categories because everybody in this category did like such a fantastic job as a supporting actor. Even though I do believe that Sean Penn definitely deserves this win, I think I would have preferred Delroy Lindo.
Yeah, that would have been great.
Even though I put down Stellan Skarsgård, I also think he very much deserves that Oscar as well. I think Delroy Lindo has just gone under the radar for so long.
He's an emerging artist, dude.
That's crazy. I mean,
I'm joking.
I've been a fan of Delroy Lindo for years. Literally for years. I've seen him in movies, and I just felt like nobody has ever given him any attention. And then he was in Defy Bloods, and then everybody was like, "Who is this guy? This guy's amazing." And I'm like, "That's Delroy Lindo."
Yeah.
Put respect on his name.
Yeah, he's amazing.
And then again, how does this happen again? The Sinners comes out, and people are like, "Who is this guy?" It's like, that's Delroy Lindo. He's been around forever.
Yeah.
And it's kind of frustrating whenever, actors of color are just swept under the rug because they're a person of color and people just don't recognize them. I think it would have been a bit more. I just think it would have been better for the Academy if that were the case.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, it does make sense that Sean Penn won though,
right?
Because he's like, that performance is insane.
Yes,
it's insane to even think about sometimes. Anyway, actress in a leading role, Jessie Buckley.
We all knew that was happening.
Yeah,
no question.
There was no doubt.
Sorry.
I think at one point people were like, Rose Byrne? And, they would be right.
It's been, ever since Hamnet dropped, it's been Jessie Buckley, unfortunately. Rose Byrne is so good, though. Watch that movie. Amy Madigan won supporting actress.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's really cool for horror. I also think, for me, it was Inga Ibsdottir Liljas from Sentimental Value. That was my favorite of those performances.
Yeah.
But I think Amy Madigan is also very good, and it's a legacy win in some sense. But yeah, I think just for horror, I think that opens doors, and that's really good. That's kind of why I wanted Sinners to win Best Picture, even though I like One Battle After Another better as a movie. I wanted it to win Best Picture, but whatever.
We'll get to
the
that.
significance.
We'll get there. Amy Madigan, in a way, this is kind of like the Delroy Lindo performance that actually got the win, where it's like she's been around for decades playing character actor roles, and she's great in everything she's ever been in, and then finally people have finally recognized her as like a great performer. Animated feature, K-pop Demon Hunters, that was kind of obvious. If there was any competition, it was, I would say, maybe Zootopia, but everybody loves K-pop Demon Hunters, so that was a bit obvious. Casting was interesting because nobody really knew how they were gonna go about this one. So I put down Sinners. I had a little star next to Secret Agent. That would have been mine. Crazy enough, One Battle won, which also just makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. With
all the extras, with all the secondary, third, tertiary, right, characters. Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, it's because of that police interrogator guy.
He's so good. He's so scary. Everybody, even though like the kid, like her friends, like Willa's friends, they're all cast so
they're
well.
all so good.
Every single face in that movie is incredible. The women that help Bob out in the police and in the hospital, the teacher is incredible. Like every single person like you could think about is great.
No,
and I think that's
so right.
the reason why it won. Even though every single other movie nominated I could also see winning, which is crazy. Cinematography, Sinners. I put down Sinners. I put a little star next to One Battle, but
First woman to win the award.
First woman to win, and I think that's great. I do think Sinners is like a fantastic looking movie. I think if they did shoot on IMAX.
Yeah, they shot for IMAX.
So they shot that. They also changed ratios in a lot of the scenes.
I honestly wish they didn't do that. I think the aspect ratio changes in that movie can be that's like my only gripe with the entire film. That can kind of be distracting.
That is one of my gripes with the film as well. That's why I also think that's the reason why I did not win editing. But it does look great. It's a great looking movie. I think it deserves
the visuals in that movie made me cry.
It deserves
literally.
best cinematography, even though I also think One Battle is damn near a perfect looking film as well. I think it does. Sinners winning is the best outcome though. Costume design, Frankenstein. We kind of knew this.
Costume, productions, makeup, Frankenstein.
We all knew that because if anyone's gonna direct great textured physicality on screen, it's going to be Guillermo del Toro, and his makeup, the clothing, everything is so detailed in how he likes it. It's going to get a win. Like come on. We'll come back to that. Film editing. I put down F1 because I was seeing something where they had like 9 cameras shooting at the same time or something for some of these scenes. And when you have 9 cameras shooting at the same time, that's 9 reels of footage that you have to kind of edit together and put together. And I thought maybe that would have given it the upper hand. But no, it's One Battle. It's One Battle.
And it makes sense.
The movie
really well edited. There's so many scenes where you're cutting back and forth.
The pacing is so incredible. The way the movie's stitched together, the way the scenes are stitched together, just incredible. I saw this thing on TikTok, this one creator, I don't remember what their name is, but they were saying how if the best editing usually is also shares best picture. So if a movie wins best editing, it's usually close to winning best picture as well.
Yeah, but there's exceptions.
There's exceptions for sure, but that's why there's a closer similarity to editing in best picture rather than cinematography in best picture.
Film editing is the only it's the only art form that film uses that is exclusive to movies.
Exactly, and I guess
that's TV too, but motion pictures. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's why One Battle would win editing. It's again, this is a personal take, but I think a lot of people agree with me. One Battle is like one of the great movies. It's
going down in history,
and it had to have been edited the way that it is for it to be that way.
Mm-hmm.
So it makes sense that it would win best editing. Best international film. I put down Secret Agent, but Sentimental Value won, and I also put a notation next to Sentimental Value because I wanted it to win, and it did win.
Yeah, me too.
And I mean, great. It was my second favorite movie of last year.
So you got both of them won their best picture.
Yeah, I guess so. But it makes sense. All the main cast got nominated pretty much.
Yeah. I think that makes more sense for
I'm surprised that it didn't get production design though, because that house is a character.
You can't compete with Del Toro on that.
I'm surprised it didn't get nominated.
Oh, nominated. Yeah. I thought it was. Okay. Yeah, no, you're right. It should have.
But yeah, it won Best International Feature. I thought it was going to be Secret Agent because a lot of people were really hyping that one up for a while, but I think when it comes to like sentimental value, you just can't beat it.
Yeah.
The emotional weight of that movie and just the acting prowess of everybody in it is just so outstanding. Okay, makeup, hairstyling, Frankenstein, we knew that. Music, Ludwig Göransson for Sinners.
Obvious.
Come on, guys. I think the only one other than that could have won was Johnny Greenwood's One Battle, which
but
is
the Sinner score is just so dynamic. Like,
I think it also has to do with the movie as well. Like, music is incorporated into the movie as
it's a literal element.
Yeah. It's part of the themes. It's part of the story, and so you had to have music that kind of transitioned well with the movie.
Yeah, it's diegetic, non-diegetic, for sure.
And so I think that's why it wins.
Yeah.
And I mean, come on, dude, this is his third Oscar.
Yeah, that dude is incredible.
He's and again with my whole comparison to Ryan Coogler to Spielberg, Ludwig is like his John Williams.
In my opinion, he should have been. Ludwig should have won 4 Oscars because I think he should have won for Tenet as well.
And that's the thing. John Williams has also won so many Academy Awards, and even for the movies that Spielberg didn't win, like for instance Jaws. This is, I feel like the comparison's just right there.
Yeah, it's right there.
It's right there. Then we got music, original song, Golden, K-pop Demon Hunters.
I Lied to You from Sinners is really good, but it was never not going to be golden. Sorry.
Yeah. It was just the more popular, and
because the thing is, I Lied to You, it's a great song. People love the song because of the scene it's in.
Yeah.
Golden is on the radio all the time. Like, people will just listen to that. They haven't even seen the movie.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that is why it won. Production design, Frankenstein, we knew that. Sound, this one was a big one that kind of threw me off, because I didn't think the Oscars would go for it, but they did F1.
I predicted that correctly, and I knew because they are not going to watch Surratt. Not enough of them are going to have watched Surratt.
Because I if I were a betting man, I probably would have put down Surratt, because that the sound for Surratt is so encompassing in the movie itself that you would have thought that, obviously they would win.
It's very much a part of that movie in the same way the music is a part of Sinners.
But I think F1 won because it's the louder movie.
Yeah, pretty much.
And that's
most sound.
That's unfortunate. It's like sound should be a bit more nuanced.
Yeah, the Oscar for most sound. But at least they got editing right, whereas it used to be most editing, Bohemian Rhapsody, and they're starting to get acting right as well, like with the Michael B. Jordan, because I feel like, yes, it maybe in another time, Timmy would have won that because he's just doing a very exaggerated version of himself, and he's kind of doing like a very loud performance, whereas Michael B. Jordan, his performance is great all the time, but it's like what really makes it shine is the subtleties.
And I think Timmy is going to be the kind of actor who's going to be like Al Pacino or Leonardo DiCaprio, where it's like we all know he's great, and we all know he's going to win at some point. It's just a matter of when.
Yeah.
It's just going to have to be a case in which it's one of those categories in which he's just going to be the obvious winner.
Yeah.
And that's just going to happen because he is a fantastic actor. He's so good. Whether or not you like him as a person or not, it's almost undeniable that he's a good actor, and we just have to wait until that happens. Visual effects, Avatar. There's no competition. Like no competition there. Best writing, adapted screenplay.
One Battle, of course,
obviously,
and then original Sinners, of course.
Yeah, and then Best Picture, One Battle.
Yeah.
I liked pretty much most of what we got in that Oscar.
I thought at least 8 of the Best Picture nominees were like straight up masterpieces. That never happens. The only ones I would maybe not say that about are Frankenstein and F1. F1 definitely not. Frankenstein, you could catch me on a good day because I do love Frankenstein.
I do think Frankenstein is
it's great.
It's a great movie. The only one I haven't seen is Train Dreams.
Oh, you would like it.
I would probably like it.
Yeah.
It from everything I've seen from it, it looks like a beautiful movie. It probably
Train
it is a
Dreams
beautiful
is a
movie.
fucking masterpiece.
Yeah, it's what this year's Best Pictures is similar to like what everybody's been saying for like the 1975 nominations for Best Picture that year was like Jaws, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, Nebraska, Barry Lyndon, and there's like one other one that came out that I can't think about. But all of them masterpieces today.
Yeah.
This is the same case.
Yeah.
I think literally the only one that's going to be forgotten is probably F1.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Well,
for F1
I don't think
fans.
Frankenstein's going to be like huge in like 10 years. I think people who love Del Toro will love
Well, yeah, I think Del Toro is going to go down as one of those filmmakers that everybody's going to love forever.
Oh,
whether or not they
he's
like
he's one of my favorite people to listen to.
Yeah, whether or not people like his movies as much as other people, he's so well respected and loved within the community that Frankenstein being so close to him as well, it's just going to be a part of his oeuvre.
I think one of the biggest snubs of the whole season, Jesse Plemons and Begonia. He should have gotten a nomination.
Yes,
but also, you look at those 5 actors, it's like
where would you put him?
What do you take out? I think I would take out like, what is it? It's like Wagner Moura, DiCaprio, Ethan Hawke, Timmy, and Michael B. Jordan. Honestly, you could take out Timothée Chalamet. Like, I feel like DiCaprio might be the only other one where I'm like not as passionate about. But I think with DiCaprio, it's that I just love him already, so I wasn't surprised that he was great.
Yeah.
Ethan Hawke, same thing, but Ethan Hawke carries that movie so much that you kind of can't take him out. Like, literally, I would have been happy if Ethan Hawke had won. Yeah. He's so good. And he needs to win an Oscar at some point, for real. But
Jesse Plemons, he's such a great actor. I think he's almost overlooked sometimes. He elevated Civil War to like such a
they weren't even going to cast it. Kirsten Dunst was like, let me just ask him if he wants to do it.
It's insane.
And now you see guys like that all the time. It's a terrifying scene. And Wagner Moura's in that too.
Another huge snub was that No Other Choice didn't get any nominations.
They just don't fuck with Park Chan-wook like that. They don't know.
They could have. I don't know. The international feature films also was all movies that people love.
I could take Surratt out and put in No Other Choice. I'd be happy with that.
Okay. I'd be okay. I mean, I haven't seen it, so I can't
love
say.
Surratt. I would be okay with that. No Other Choice is like it's one of the best films of the last year. But yeah, also, last thing I want to say about the Oscars, Marty Supreme didn't win anything, and that's perfect. That's exactly my favorite movie of last year, Marty Supreme. And I honestly am coolest with it not winning any Oscars because, one, it would be insufferable. People would be talking about it all the time. And two, it's the most Marty Supreme thing to happen.
Yeah.
It's the perfect little meta-narrative for that movie.
It's A24's it's the highest grossing film for A24, and it's going to go down in history as one of those great movies. Like, people
honestly,
love that movie.
Look,
I love that movie. It's going to, people are going to remember it.
Marty Supreme, there's it gives a lot of people the ick, and I understand, because it's like Josh Safdie, I'm kind of questioning him as well. His integrity, kind of weird. He's weird as fuck for putting Kevin O'Leary in the movie. Kevin O'Leary's a piece of shit. I don't think you need that. It's the same thing as like Francis Ford Coppola with Megalopolis. He's like, I'm going to put these canceled actors in the movie because that really like plays to the themes. And I'm like, no, that's not gracefully executed, bro. That's not a good idea. You don't need that. But anyway, I think Coppola was trying to do some shit where he was like, but we all like, guys, these guys are problematic, but we all work together to build this thing. It's like, that's what we got to do. I was like, yes, I get your message, big dog, but you don't need to employ Jon Voight.
Francis Ford Coppola is one of those guys who's, he wants to be so optimistic about certain things that's just like, you can't be with that. I also think it was a way for him to get a cheaper deal. Because by hiring those actors,
and he knows
they're going to cost less.
They're going to want to work with him because he's Francis Ford Coppola.
It's going to be. It's also a way of promoting the movie, being like, "Look who's in this movie."
And I think Josh Safdie uses it as kind of like maybe sometimes a crutch where it's like, if I hire a guy that's already the thing that I want him to be, I don't really have to. They don't even have to give an amazing transformative performance. They just have to be themselves on camera, and you'll just believe them.
Yeah, Kevin O'Leary's a piece of shit.
Yeah, so it's like you already look at him and you're like, I hate that guy.
Yeah,
and so it's like already it's doing the legwork.
And in a weird way, I kind of respect Safdie like actually directing him, because I think there were moments in interviews where Kevin O'Leary was saying that he was like, I had to kind of be put in my place because I wanted to do different things, and Josh Safdie was like, no.
Yeah.
Which is like good.
Anyway, I think there's some weirdos and some creeps on the Marty Supreme set. However, I do love that movie, and like I said, it was my favorite movie of last year for like so many reasons. And every time I'm like watching people talk about it online, I'm like, God, maybe this movie is just annoying as fuck. And then I watch it again, and I'm like, no, I'm taken by this. I love this movie.
Well, yeah, and
like,
it really is a great
really
film.
The internet really just is like trying so hard to be like, no, you have to feel either this way or this way about stuff. And I'm like, but no, you can feel an infinite amount of ways about something. And it's also incredibly nuanced, and we're trying to box it in. And I don't know, it's hard.
People are stupid.
It's a special movie to me, I think.
People have just, like, we've talked about this. We just talked about it today. People are stupid. They've grown to be more stupid over the years.
I don't think everyone. I'm not trying to say people who don't like Marty Supreme are stupid.
Well,
I just think it's stupid to be like, I don't know, to like. To say that it's wrong to enjoy Marty Supreme.
Yeah, there's no nuance in anything that anybody ever says, because
it's a great movie. It's a well-made movie. I mean,
they feel like
you don't have to feel that way. But.
Yeah, if people don't agree with them, then they're the bad guys or whatever.
Yeah,
it's like, no, people have different takes on different movies. Some movies work for people, some movies don't work for other people, but that's okay. It's all fluid. It's all on a spectrum. Everything is what it is. It doesn't have to be a right or wrong on whether or not you perceive art. It's art. It's subjective.
I understand. There's so many great. I mean, like the Marty as a character is so fascinating, and there's so many great nuances to him, and the way that he's a Jewish guy and grew up during the Holocaust. Like all that stuff plays into his character incredibly well. The way that and his rival is this Japanese guy, and in table tennis, and the way that they're playing at the end for the American company, like it's all very like allegorically interesting.
Yeah.
But I also think it's an amazing coming of age movie. Like if you just take it on paper, like that's one of my favorite genres in the world, and like a lot of my favorite movies are coming of age movies.
It's interesting to see what people's takes are on the last scene of the movie, like him crying for. Well, some people are like, "Oh, that's beautiful. That's him realizing that there's more to life," and some people are like, "Oh, well, that's
upset.
him. Yeah, that's him understanding that he's never gonna achieve the dreams that he wants."
I don't think it's either of those things necessarily. I think it really is just about.
It's a mix of both.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean. I think it's really just about how you can think that you want a certain thing and think like, this is just where I have to get, and if I get here I'll be okay, but life doesn't really like give you that kind of control.
In my head,
a lot of people try to get that kind of control, but I think the truth of that movie is just a reminder that everything can become secondary in an instant. That something can happen to you that suddenly, like it's like when they say you have a million problems until you have a health problem, and then you have one problem.
Yeah.
It's just like that, where it's like you can be worried about 1,000 different things, and then immediately you get diagnosed with some health condition, and you're like, this is the only thing that matters now. And I know that's a different emotional experience than what we're seeing in the film, but I'm just saying that's how life is.
Yeah.
It throws something at you, and suddenly you're in a completely different place.
Yeah.
And I think that that's just what that movie is. It's like he has tunnel vision, and he's so focused on this one thing, and you're along with that ride, and then you kind of just realize, oh wait, with the control the sense of control that you had over this is like completely wrong, and you're creating a path of destruction, and it always catches up.
A little off topic, but in my headcanon, Marty is Howard Ratner's grandfather.
That works.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
I feel like it has to be connected. Like these two guys are just like so into what they really are into, to the point where like either kills them or like gets them.
That would be pretty
up.
hilarious. I mean, he's with his grandkids at the end of the movie, in the original ending. I think that would have been funny.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I mean, let's try to do this last part in like 15 minutes if we can.
Okay, I can do that because you really don't have a whole lot to say here because it's about South by Southwest.
Yeah. Which just happened and it just got finished up.
And I was there, and it was my first time doing the full festival, and it was an absolute blast. And I love all my friends, and I'm so happy to see them every time, and I'm going to go back and see them in New Orleans. It's going to be great. That's my favorite thing about film festivals. It's not the movies, it's the people. Everybody there is just so awesome, and I literally am so, like, every day since, I've just been like, I miss them so much, and I'm pissed off that I don't get to go back and do it every day, but also it's nice to feel like a person again and not be at movie theaters all day.
Yeah.
Except for when I'm working, which is a movie theater all day. But anyway, you attended one day.
Yeah.
Because, well, I kind of was like, there was the Steven Spielberg keynote, and to you, Steven Spielberg is M. Night Shyamalan to me.
Yeah.
And
well, Spielberg to me is just like, he's just below God, if there is a God.
And so I was like, you have to see Steven Spielberg. This has to happen. And so I basically just kind of was like, we want to cover this on the podcast. Can I bring my content co-host to do this? And and so we both got to watch Steven Spielberg, and it was pretty incredible to watch him talk. You kind of already had a lot of that info.
Well,
because you've studied him your whole life.
Yeah, but it's kind of like when I saw Fabelmans. It was kind of crazy because I didn't know how much Fabelmans was basically an autobiography of his life, because watching that movie, I was straight back to high school when I wrote an essay on him, and I had to like research like his early life and what he did, like him watching like the greatest story ever told. Is that the Greatest Showman? No,
The Greatest Show on Earth.
The Greatest Show on Earth. That's right. I remember researching that, him watching it, and like him playing with like trains and like figuring out like how cameras move as a little child, and like all that stuff I already knew. I think the only thing I didn't know, which he obviously didn't kind of showcase to the world until the movie, was his whole dynamic with his mom and his dad's friend, and how they were having kind of an affair going on. Everything else I pretty much already knew, because I was so deep into Spielberg's life and all that, because I studied him so much. It was basically the same thing with South by. It's like everything he was saying, I was like, yeah, of course he's saying all that stuff. Of course, it's not like I know him, but I understand where he's coming from.
Yeah.
The only thing that really got me excited and surprised was the fact that he said that his next movie was going to be a Western, which, for some reason, I don't know why I never thought about this, but I never thought of Spielberg doing a Western until he said it. And then I was like, that's the most sense that's ever been made ever, and somehow we've never like thought about it before. Or at least I've never thought about it before. So that is easily my most excited movie ever at this moment.
Yeah.
I'm more excited for that movie than I am for Disclosure Day. And that's like basically my most excited movie, for my anticipated movie to see this year. And I just like Spielberg doing a Western. He's like, this could be his Lawrence of Arabia.
I mean, sure, yeah. I can't wait to see it. He said there's going to be no tropes in it,
which is interesting. I wonder what he means by that, because there are so many tropes in the Western genre. I don't know. He says there's going to be a lot of guns and a lot of horses, which is like great. Like I'm just so excited for that movie. I'm already so excited for Disclosure Day. Like the way he's been hyping it up. Like if he's hyping it up, it has to be good.
He literally said. They were like, what's the best thing you've seen? Like Sean Fennessy was like, what's the last great thing you saw? And he like made some joke. He was like, Oh, well, my wife would be upset if I said that. So, what's the second thing? He like didn't tell anyone.
Yeah.
And then he was like, probably Universal Pictures' reaction to my new movie, Disclosure Day.
Which is just so cool and exciting to hear. Hopefully,
I think it's gonna be so good, dude.
I think it's gonna be so good. I'm hoping that what we're seeing in the trailers is just the friggin' like the
tip of the
the
iceberg.
tip of the iceberg.
Yeah.
I want to see some crazy stuff because
It looks crazy.
Spielberg has done some crazy stuff back in the day. I hope this is like I don't know, like Jurassic Park 2.0.
It just looks like he hasn't lost a fucking ounce. Like,
yeah.
It like you look at that and you're like, that's a fucking Spielberg movie. This could come out in like 2008,
Yeah.
and it would still feel like a Spielberg movie. And
Yeah.
and it feels like he just hasn't lost the touch at all. Like, you can just look at it and you know it's him.
Yeah.
And you know that it's gonna be fucking peak. Like, I'm sorry, it just looks so good.
The thing is, I've always had this thing with his trailers, is that his trailers are always like kind of underwhelming to me. Like, even though I'm like the biggest fan and I know his movies are going to be great, I always see his trailers and I'm like, I'm trying to figure out like what the movie's like actually going to be, or look like, or feel like. And it's always, and then I watch the movie and it's like obviously
That's
it's
me
great.
most of the time.
It's like, obviously this is great. Why didn't I even think about him doing that?
Well, you were like that with One Battle too. You love that movie so much, but the first time you saw it, you were like, "Yeah, it was really good. I just don't know. I don't know." And then you watched it like the second or third time, and you were like, "Oh fuck, it's one of the best movies ever made."
Because with One Battle, it's. I tried to stay away from the trailer as much as possible. I heard it so many times, but I tried to not look at it. And I just didn't really have much expectation going in. I didn't know what to expect going in. So when I saw it for the first time, it threw me off so hard. It threw me off in such a way that I was like not expecting. And I just had to like kind of wrap my head around it. I had to rewatch it again.
Mm-hmm.
Just because I was so thrown off by what the movie was about and what was going on, that I had to watch it again to like really chew on it a bit. And
well, bro, that's literally me. Like, that's how I was with Trap. It's like I watched that movie and I was like, I loved it, but like, there's some stuff here that I didn't expect.
Yeah.
And then I kind of just had to watch it and several times and be like, oh no, I see it. And like, the more I'm watching it, the more I feel like I fucking see through the lines of the Matrix with that movie. Like, now I feel like I watch it and I'm like, I understand every single fucking decision. It's working and it works on all levels. Like,
yeah, I mean, yeah, it's a very apt comparison with me for One Battle, because at this point I've seen it like 9 times.
Yeah.
Not as much as you have with
but
Trap,
it's also longer. It's like an hour longer.
Yeah, and it's I feel like I understand that movie to a point that I don't with almost any other movie other than maybe like Jaws or like Star Wars, the OG Star Wars.
Also, you just do a lot of research. You look into like what the filmmakers are going for, and it just opens your mind.
Yeah.
And here's my theory. I told a friend this last night. I think you can like obsess over one film or one filmmaker enough to understand your taste in movies like so much through everything. For example, I love those movies so much that I will study them and watch them to death, and then that just kind of shows me what interests me so much that like it changes how I watch other movies, and now I feel like I have a more refined sense of like what I like and what my taste is.
Well, it's interesting. Whoever gets into movies the way that we have gotten, the way that like really big moviegoers get into movies, is that you have to really watch a movie that you like and figure out what you like about that movie and what really ticks for you in that movie, and like really get down to it. And once you understand those aspects of it, those themes or those characters or whatever it is for that one movie that you really like, you can attribute that to any other movie you watch. And if it doesn't have the same feelings or the same, it's not speaking to you the same way that singular movie does, then you kind of understand how you can gauge other movies and how you feel on them, on a specific opinion on how you watch
but you
movies.
Start with like one film or one filmmaker that you like, and then you look into like all the intent and all the creative process behind that, and then you look at what inspired them, and then what inspired them, and you kind of just expound out. And the thing is, it's this giant like mosaic, and you can just start anywhere and fill it, and you will literally just expand into the rest of it.
So I've said this for a very long time, and it was crazy when I found out that Paul Thomas Anderson also said this very same thing, is that when you're teaching film in school, you have to start off with films that came out early, films that people really like. You can't start off with Birth of a Nation. Like you can't start
the Great Train Robbery
or the Great Train Robbery. They're gonna get bored. They're gonna get bored. They're gonna be like, "What is this? This is stupid. This is racist."
So you're saying you start with a recent.
You start off with movies that people like right now. Start off with something that people can engage with right now.
Okay.
People really like Interstellar or Sinners.
Yeah.
Watch that movie with the class. Dissect that movie. Talk about Ryan Coogler. What was Ryan Coogler? Who does he inspire to be like? Who are his inspirations? What Christopher Nolan? Who does he like? What are his inspirations? You go back to that. Finally, you find yourself into like the Scorsese, Spielberg area, and you're like, okay, who are they inspired by?
Then you're looking at
French New Wave
and French New Wave.
John Ford.
You're looking at Kurosawa.
All these guys.
Yeah, it would be like Kurosawa, then John Ford.
Yeah, and then you go back to those guys, and then you dissect who are they influenced by? What are they influenced by? They're at this
and
point.
Now you're learning literal history, not just
now
movies.
You're learning literal history and art because John Ford loves paintings. That's why his movies look like paintings. You kind of figure out, like, what makes these films more of art than they are of just blatant, like, entertainment. And that's how you expand people's minds in terms of, like, watching movies, especially older movies and important movies. You have to dig at what people are into right now before you can get to what's great.
And then you watch new shit, and you're just like, oh, I see what this is kind of like what this is kind of pulling from. And it all kind of, you realize everything's kind of connected, and you start to realize more stuff is intentional than not in movies. And you have to, like, always look at everything like it's on purpose and just ask why they did it before you discount it and be like, they didn't know what they were doing.
Yeah.
You have to do that.
And it used to upset me a lot whenever people would look at a new film and be like, that's just like this other film that's also brand new that just came out like 10 years ago. And I'm like, yes, but also this movie's trying to do something different. And also this movie's not taken from that film. It's taken from a film that film was taking from.
I just had this conversation a bit.
The thing is, I don't get upset about it as much as I do now because I just know people are just ignorant to like the history of film.
Yeah,
and you can't blame them for not knowing a movie that they haven't seen.
And there are people that know more movies than me that have said the same thing. So like, I
kind of used to be like that with you.
Well,
sometimes like back when we first were friends.
Okay, whatever.
Well, not being mad. I like you would say something and then I'd be like, no, they're referencing something else.
Well, yeah. I have a younger perspective on it, but well, like I saw They Will Kill You, and it was in the world premiere, and somebody like, no shade, this is my friend, I love him. But he was like, it's just ripping off Kill Bill. I was like, bro, that's a woman with a sword. But no, it's not ripping off Kill Bill because Kill Bill's ripping off like 10 things.
Yeah.
It's ripping off the same 10 things. It's like, it's definitely a derivative kind of blender of a movie. But there's so much more going on besides Kill Bill. The only thing that, it's like, the action in that movie is not... It's like the Crazy 88 scene in Kill Bill because you have the blood splatters, but where does that come from? Oh, that comes from samurai films.
Yeah.
And it comes from, back in the day. Oh, it has all these crash zooms and shit. Okay, but that comes from, like, westerns and like, wuxia films and, like, martial arts movies. And, oh, it's got this, like, crazy, dynamic camera work. The camera's, like, running at the thing. I'm like, okay, so it's like Sam Raimi a little bit.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of things going on. I just don't think... I think when you say it's taking from Kill Bill, what you're saying is that it's taking from a lot of, like, classic action movies and Asian cinema that Kill Bill also took from.
Yeah.
But I think it's also blending in horror and Evil Dead and things of that nature to make it a little different.
Yeah, I think
something like Kill Bill.
no movie coming out today is original in the sense that it's completely new and fresh, and like no one's ever done that before. Every film coming out today is based off of something else, or influenced by something else, or homaging something else.
You're kind of,
and it's how it's stitched together that either makes or breaks that movie. How does it stand on its own?
What's the thread? Yeah.
One Battle. I love One Battle. It's one of the most original movies that have come out, but it's undeniably like influenced by great films as well. Like you said, Star Wars. There's Star Wars in that movie.
T2.
If you look at it, Terminator. There's The Searchers in that movie. There's so many. You could dissect that movie and find so many other movies within it.
Trap. I've never seen a movie about a concert trying to catch a serial killer, but it's Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah.
It's taking from Hitchcock in so many ways. Shadow of a Doubt. If you watch Shadow of a Doubt, you'll be like, damn, Trap straight up took from this like in so many literal ways. I'm like, and people, it's a lot of those things are the things that are criticized about it.
Yeah.
They criticize certain lines that are literally homaging Shadow of a Doubt, and they're like, why is that line in the movie? Well, that's why, because it's trying to, do this kind of Shadow of a Doubt and a lot of like Jonathan Demme, and it's so there's just a lot of stuff there. Some David Fincher maybe,
and it's how you. Again, how the movie's kind of put together.
So it's like Snake Eyes too.
Yeah, is it straight up like stealing from a movie, from another movie, or is it just homaging it? You could pull any movie and compare it to another movie. For instance,
it's the emotional context.
Yeah, for instance, Sinners. I could see the comparison to like From Dusk Till Dawn. But it's not trying to do the same thing From Dusk Till Dawn is doing.
It's not even close.
Yeah.
It's the emotional context is completely different. The cultural context is completely different. The purpose the vampires serve in the story is completely different.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's inspired by that movie. Ryan Coogler is not stupid.
Yeah.
He was not thinking, oh, nobody's going to know, but I'm going to take from this movie. No, he was thinking, okay, so it could kind of have like the skeleton of this in certain ways, and that's... The familiarity sometimes is actually good because it kind of gives you a window into highlighting why things are different. It's like Avatar Fire and Ash when they have a lot of scenes in Avatar Fire and Ash that are mimicking scenes from Way of Water, but they're different. And the point is that they're different. Like when you have Spider and Courage talking on the ship in Way of Water versus Fire and Ash, the emotional vantage points that those characters have in their conversation in those two scenes are almost
completely opposite,
right?
Yeah. It's basically a character arc for both of those characters.
But it's to show that we're going to put them in the same place and on the same ship and on the same spot so that you notice what's different about it. It's like if you play, the same scene twice in a row, but you change the dialogue the second time in subtle ways, you're going to notice those differences.
Yeah.
It's an iteration of a thing. It like changes. So that's the point, is that we get a lot of these windows into like what's fresh about this through what shines beyond the familiar.
Yeah, with the movie you were just talking about,
They Will Kill You.
They Will Kill You. You have to look at a movie like that and be like, well, with all these moments in which they are homaging other movies, what is it adding to the actual story of the movie? Is it actually doing anything for the story? And if the answer is no,
and honestly, I'm not sure. I just thought it was really fun.
That's the thing. If the answer is no, or you can't place what they're actually trying to do, then I think that's where you kind of get a bit iffy on whether or not the movie has as much integrity as it's.
I want to see it again because I do want to see it again and knowing what it is and kind of focusing in on the differences, because I didn't know it was going to have like so much life to it in that way, and so that's why I was really entertained. But yeah, I do want to check it out. Also, another movie that I think everyone should keep in mind if you are going to watch They Will Kill You, think about The People Under the Stairs, Wes Craven. That is a movie you should think about while watching that.
So good.
I think in the story and like some of the themes that it's exploring are very adjacent to The People Under the Stairs.
Weirdly enough, they also mentioned this in Scream 7. And they also
mentioned The People Under the Stairs.
They also homage it in Scream 7.
Isn't that when they're in the walls?
Yeah.
Yeah, They Will Kill You. There's like a whole thing with I think they're in the floors, but still.
And this is exactly what we were talking about earlier. You got to look you look at movies now, then you trace back to what they were inspired by, and then you could figure out like any movie you watch, you can figure out like what it's attached to, what it's being inspired by or influenced by, and then you just have a buffet of great films that you haven't seen that you can watch now that's going to be great.
Speaking of From Dusk Till Dawn, we did get to say hi to Robert Rodriguez outside the Spielberg event.
Yeah, that's true.
Very cool to meet him finally. I've been in places with him, and I've never talked to him before. So
yeah, he's from Austin, so it is wild that it's taken until now for me to actually see him, because I've always known people who have seen and met Robert Rodriguez just through passing by or going to a movie theater or whatnot. But yeah, finally saw him during the Spielberg Q&A. Adam Scott was also there. We didn't meet him. We just kind of saw him. He was in the crowd.
Yeah, he was at the Hokum premiere too, obviously, and he was really cool to see. But yeah, really great to hear Spielberg talk in person. I felt like very moved by just a lot, like just being there in the presence of him and seeing just a celebration of his stuff.
At least I could say that I was in the same room with him.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Meeting Spielberg, that's difficult. You have to be friends with Spielberg.
My parents, when I told them that, my parents were like, "Did you get to talk to him or whatnot?" And I'm like, talking to Spielberg, getting to meet him is like trying to meet the president.
Yeah.
Like, it's not easy.
Yeah. Yeah, no, we were just there to witness, and we were hoping there would be a Q&A so we could ask something, but there wasn't. Anyway, so I'm just going to briefly run through 5 of my favorite 5 movies I saw at South by and the honorable mentions, and we can wrap this up because we've been talking for way longer than I thought we would.
Yeah.
So my 5 favorite movies, these are in no particular order, and it's hard because there's so many good ones, but Wishful Thinking is a rom-com. It's like a romantic drama in a way. It's very funny, though, so I guess you could call it a rom-com. But it's kind of harkening back to the Eternal Sunshine type of romance film, where it's got magical realism, and it's strange, and the camera work and the editing is so wild and cool, and it's just this very human thing. You kind of go off on different tangents with each person. It's Lewis Pullman and Maya Hawke are the couple, and you kind of go off on different tangents with each of them, and basically the plot is that they start to realize that their dynamic, their emotional stability as a couple has an influence on the world around them. So if they are really happy, the stocks go up and shit.
Dang it. I just had this idea for a movie in which something very similar happens.
Well, sorry, bro, they made it.
It wasn't a couple though; it was just one person. So,
but it's written and directed by Graham Parks, who I met, wonderful guy. Just the whole crew was really great, and it won the audience award, and nice. It deserved it. It was easily one of the best films I saw. It kind of captures this feeling that I felt in a long-term relationship, where it's like when you're on vacation, you feel like you have to be having fun. Like you kind of have to, and sometimes the world doesn't always fit that, and it doesn't, things don't always work out that way. But like there's just this kind of innate pressure in a relationship. Is like we have to be on a high, we have to be having a good time right now, and when we're not, it feels like everything fucking sucks. And like so it's really hard to just kind of get both of you to like be on the same level. And sometimes people act selfishly in relationships because they're in a good mood and they want their partner to be in a good mood too, and it's like just this balance. And anyway, it was amazing. I think I don't want to even say too much about it because you should just watch it. Power Ballad, John Carney, one of my heroes, directed Sing Street. Power Ballad, very inspired by Linklater, as he often is, but with music.
Of course, yeah.
Of course. Nick Jonas and Paul Rudd are in it. Paul Rudd plays like he used to be in a band, and then he sings covers at weddings now. And then Nick Jonas also used to be in a band, and he's kind of trying to break out into a solo career.
I did hear about this movie. Funny enough that this is your top 5. The people that I talked to who also saw a bunch of movies at South by said that this was one of their least favorite movies.
Well, I don't think those people are very good at watching movies, because I think this movie is like, it's about chasing your dreams, but it's also about like what that means in a consumerist kind of society, and it's about artistic integrity, and it's kind of about how, like, when you are trying to accomplish your dream, it's a little bit like Marty Supreme in the sense, but it's wholesome in the sense that it's like you're not always going to get you're never going to get the version of the dream you think you're going to get when you're chasing it. You're going to get a version that's either different or better or worse or somewhere in the realm of it, but you're not going to get the thing. Yeah. And you can't get the thing. So you kind of just have to look at what you do get. And there's a whole scene in this. It's like 20 minutes of just Paul Rudd and Nick Jonas like drinking and jamming, and it's like before sunrise where they're just like together for a night. And I thought that was gonna be the whole movie. It was just so awesome. I was like, these guys are great, and the music is catchy. I just think it's really perfectly executed. Also, the LA establishing shots look like fucking dog shit in the movie, and I think it's on purpose because they literally mention it. They're like, the lights look fake in this city. And it's like throughout the whole movie, every time they do an establishing shot, it looks fake. And I'm like, I think they did it on purpose.
I mean, with movies like that, sometimes if you don't have a huge budget to get your own helicopter to find those shots, you have to get B-roll. And a lot of B-roll is really bad.
Again, but it's like I was saying with Silent Hill, the creatively limited thing. It's like, yes, that's probably maybe the case. But also, I think it works. Yeah. And I think they made it into the story. It's like, that's what you got to do sometimes. Jack Rayner from Midsommar is also in the movie, reuniting with John Carney again. Plays a piece of shit manager. It's awesome.
He was.
And also, nobody's the villain in this movie.
Yeah, he was in Sing Sing as well.
Sing Street, and he was he's also in Flora and Son. But I think that nobody in this movie is like outright a villain. Yeah. It's just kind of like,
he was a villain to me in Sing Street though.
Yeah.
When he called Phil Collins a bad singer or writer or whatever.
But
Phil Collins is great.
I do like Phil Collins. But yeah, I just think it's a brilliant movie altogether. Yeah. You'll probably give it like 3 stars, I think.
I mean, I like Sing Street, and did I see his other movie?
Begin Again is so good.
No,
Once is so good. I love him. I just love him. The next movie I saw was The Fox. The Fox is an Australian film directed by Dario Russo, and it's like a magical realism kind of folk tale-ish movie.
Is it like a younger brother of the Russo brothers?
No. He's made one show, I forget what it's called, but it's kind of popular, and apparently in that show his dad plays Adolf Hitler. It's very interesting. Anyway, I talked to him for a while. He's awesome. He's super weird. This is kind of like a Yorgos Lanthimos plotline, but done with an Australian sense of humor, and it's pretty great. It's got talking practical animals. It's got a fox voiced by Nicole Kidman. It's got a magpie voiced by Sam Neill. It's literally like talking animals, and nobody gives a fuck. Like the fox starts talking, and Jai Courtney's just like, "What? What are you talking about?" Like, they don't actually go, "Oh fuck, the animals can talk." That doesn't happen. Like, everybody's chill with it. It's hilarious. Like Emily Browning in this movie, one of the boldest fucking performances I've seen in a long time. What she is doing in this film is the most insane
Emily
shit.
Browning from like Unfortunate Events?
I believe so, yeah. Yeah, she was there. She was there too.
I haven't seen her in a long time.
Yeah, she's lovely. But yeah, I'm trying to get through this fast. Damn. I Love Boosters, Boots Riley. Another scathing critique on capitalism from Boots Riley and fascism. But I think this one will be less annoying to you. I know you didn't love Sorry to Bother You because it was ham-fisted, but this one's just funnier and in a more, I think, clever.
I also like a lot of the actors in this one as well.
It's very much like a little bit like Brazil. And it's and like Beau is Afraid and like Megalopolis in terms of the world building and like what you're seeing. You're just like, the way that things work in the movie are crazy. There's a lot of like symbolism, and there's a lot of like, satirical capitalism stuff in it, but it's just so funny. I think in the time that this movie is releasing, it's funnier, and it's less. It's just on a bigger, audacious scale, and I think in a weird way it works. Like, I think for people who are annoyed at Beau is Afraid, they were like, really didn't want Ari Aster to go full political in Eddington, like fully like in your face. Yeah. But then for some people that actually worked better. It's like, oh, well, now that he's just like committing to it, it's better. And for Sorry to Bother You, it's like this more contained movie, but it's like got all this like really, really like in your face stuff in it. And I think at this movie, it's like, oh, but the bigger scale actually makes it more manageable. Yeah. And the sci-fi elements of the movie, there's sci-fi in it. It's crazy.
Yeah, I figure there's some kind of crazy twist happening in the movie.
The artistry of this film, like he's pulling out so many different mediums and ways and styles in this movie. I don't even want to spoil them. They're such a treat, and just it even reminded me of like Wes Anderson at certain points with some of the shit he was doing. It's crazy. Yeah, watch it. It's so good. And then the last one I want to mention is Brian. It's a coming-of-age movie about a kid with, I believe, OCD. He has, like, panic attacks.
Is his name Brian?
His name is Brian.
Oh, okay.
It's played by Ben Wong from Karate Kid Legends and The Long Walk.
Okay.
And Randall Park plays his dad. It is the most relentlessly fucking funny movie I saw for the entire thing. Like, Randall Park is just riffing in the whole movie, and his wife, too, in the movie is so funny. The movie's absolutely hilarious. It's about a kid that, you know, he's got all these problems with his mental health. He has a crush on his teacher, played by Miles Morales' mom from Spider-Verse. I think the voice actor for her is Natalie Morales. I think her name is actually Natalie Morales. I believe that's who she plays. No, she doesn't play that. She doesn't play that. I think I was just confused because her name is literally Morales. But I looked this up. I swear I thought it sounded like her, and then I looked it up, and it was someone else.
Okay.
Anyway, he has a crush on his teacher in this movie. And so he's going through a lot of things. He doesn't really have any friends. But what I liked about it is that it's not very, like, obvious with the things it's dealing with. It's not very much like, oh, he has these mental health problems and nobody gets him. And they judge him and they don't like him. No, people understand what he's going through. They understand that a lot of the things that he does, he lashes out, are not in his control all of the time.
So it's a movie in which you would assume there's gonna have like the bad feeling aspect of it, but it doesn't.
Well, you would assume that that you would be like, oh, this poor guy, and you do want to see him win.
Yeah.
But there's also a lot of flaws to him. You're like, oh, you're kind of selfish. Yeah. Like your issues they're valid and they're real, but you're also, I think some of your problems don't have to do with those issues. You know?
Yeah.
And some of your problems are actually self-inflicted, and you know, there's a lot of things that you know, he can actually improve on in terms of his character and the way that he treats other people that, you know, he needs to take agency over. Whereas there are also a lot of things where it's like he feels, you know, like he's losing in life and it's not his fault. And so it's very nuanced in the way that the main character is not just this underdog. The main character is also someone who needs to actually grow and make his own choices.
So it's a coming of age movie.
Sure, but he's a bit of a narcissist, you know what I mean? Yeah. But he also has problems. I just like that it doesn't stigmatize his mental health issues that much. It's like all the characters around him are not like bullies who don't get it. They're like, oh yeah, well, I understand you going to therapy, that's not the problem. You having this issue, that's not the problem. But you are also having harmful effects on other people. Like, you got to stop doing that.
Yeah.
And, you know, he still has to take responsibility for a lot of his actions and the things that he says and does. So, and also it's beautifully shot, and the score is done by Clyde Lawrence from Lawrence, the band Lawrence.
Oh.
And the director said he was obsessed with Lawrence, and that's why he did that. And I didn't even know that until after the movie, but the score was so good that it makes sense.
That's cool.
And I just feel like it's a movie that A24 could pick up easily. I could see them doing it. It's great. I get why it's called Brian, because the character would name it Brian. He would name the movie Brian.
I was wondering. I was like, that is such a bland name.
Yeah, that's why though. It's because like he wants it to be his story in a sense. So, yeah, very good movie. I was really surprised by all of the ways it stood out as a coming of age movie about high schoolers. Very modern. There was a lot of movies I saw that were very modernized versions, like Wishful Thinking. It was like Eternal Sunshine, but it was so modern, and it had all these modern jokes and things in it. And Brian was one of those movies as well.
Well,
we also got a Gen Z stoner comedy called Pizza Movie that was really funny, and that's
Pizza Movie?
Yeah, it comes out on Hulu on April 3rd.
Okay.
So funny. I got to talk to Jack Martin. He's in it. Jack Martin is wonderful. If you've seen him on TikTok, he does a lot of skits.
Maybe. I would have to see his face.
But yeah, that movie was hilarious.
Okay.
Okay.
Anything else?
Honorable mentions. Real quick, I'm not even going to talk about these that much. Forbidden Fruits. Diablo Cody produced it. One of the funniest fucking things I saw. One of the most quotable movies of the year. Releases this weekend. Go see it if you love women. Leviticus is like kind of like a queer version of It Follows. Very good horror movie. Very effective. Very empathetic. I loved it. Family Movie is Kevin Bacon and his actual family playing fictionalized versions of themselves making a slasher movie, and Kevin Bacon plays this director that makes these shitty slasher movies with his family on their family farm. But then the movie they're making becomes an actual slasher because people start dying, and I won't tell you how that goes on, but it's so fucking good.
It sounds good.
Kevin Bacon's family is so charming, and we got to see all of them, and they were so fucking good. And
Kevin Bacon's one of those actors that I just like. Dude, I love the guy.
Him. No, I'm telling you, this is why I brought this up. You're gonna love Family Movie. He is like the humor in that film is incredible. His wife, Kevin Bacon's wife, is like one of the best parts of that movie.
It's his actual wife.
It's his actual wife.
Face?
Yeah, I forget her name,
her.
but it's his actual wife.
Is their daughter from Smile in it?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes, it's his whole family. It's him, his son, his daughter, and his wife. They're making a family movie. It's like this extremely meta family movie. It's kind of like Anaconda in that way.
I was about to ask. It kind of sounds like an Anaconda type movie.
It is that kind of movie, but I think it's more textured and unique.
Yeah.
In its sense, and Kevin Bacon is the director of it. He's.
I mean, that's cool.
Oh, Kevin Bacon and his wife are actually credited as co-directors.
That's neat.
But no, she's so good in the movie. It's the cutest slasher movie I've ever seen. They are adorable. I like the family dynamics are ridiculous. The things they're talking about are like so unreal and fucked up. But also you're like the dynamics are like so true. It's like I've had that argument with my parent. Not about that, but I have that kind of argument. Yeah, you need to see it. You're going to love that movie.
All right.
Lastly, Kill Me movie starring Charlie Day. It's also about mental health. He struggles with depression in the movie, and he wakes up in a bathtub, and it looks like he tried to kill himself, but he's like, I didn't do that. So we have to find out who tried to kill me and frame me for my own suicide. And so, that's the movie. Is he's going through that investigation, and it's Charlie Day, and the balance between humor and genuine discussion about mental health and dark comedy and all that stuff is pretty much perfect. Like, Charlie Day is one of the only people that could have pulled that off. It also has Allison Williams, and it has Giancarlo Esposito in it, and they're all great, and everyone should watch it because I think it's going to help a lot of people when they watch it. Not perfect. I think it has too many twists and turns, and kind of, I couldn't tell sometimes where the line was. It's like, are you trying to be clever, or is this is this playing towards the empathetic aspects of the movie? Like, I don't want you to sacrifice the sincerity for cleverness, and I felt like I couldn't tell if sometimes it was doing that. I'm still working it out, but it's a great movie. And then lastly, Drag. Drag is very Sam Raimi inspired. It's about Lizzie Kaplan and her sister, who's played by, I forget her name, but she's Danny DeVito's daughter.
In real life? Oh, okay.
Yeah. And so they both break into a rich guy's house to steal some shit. And then Lizzie Kaplan throws her back out. And so she can't move. And so her sister's having to drag her.
That's kind of funny.
That's the inciting incident. The what happens after is like it evolves. It goes crazy. Like you learn more about the guy that they're breaking into is played by John Stamos. And his character is crazy. Like,
is it like it kind of sounds like Abigail in a sense. It's like, so they go into this house.
Maybe a little bit. It's a little different than that, but it's there's crazy stuff going on. There's some great themes going on in it. I don't want to spoil too much. It's a fun it's the type of movie influencers will be like, this is a wild ride. You don't want to miss out, but they're right this time. It's good. It's really great. Which Lizzie Kaplan performing her back being thrown out and her trying to get up and move is so real. I watched it and I was like, I can feel that in my spine when you're doing that. I can feel that.
All right.
We all enjoyed it. Anyway, that's it. That's the ones I wanted to mention. Anyway, there's a lot. They're gonna come out and maybe we'll talk about some of them.
Yeah. Hopefully I'll all be able to be released.
Yeah, watch Forbidden Fruits this weekend, though. Start there, guys. so good. I think it's already going to be out by the time we drop this. So
Okay.
So go see it. It just came out.
Yeah. Oh man, 2-hour episode. It's gonna be fun to edit this one.
Well, we got to get back into it.
Yeah.
We've had a long break. I guess.
True.
Guys, thank you so much for listening to our season 1 introduction. I kind of got frantic at the end because I just wanted to get through it. We talked for so long.
We had to catch up on a lot of things.
Yeah,
We've been gone for a while.
We did. Okay, maybe I should have just gone with 5 of those, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
For now, leave us a comment, rate the show, follow us on our social media, send us an email, talk to us as much as you want, honestly.
Yeah.
And we'll maybe respond to you. So, thank you for listening. I've been Peyton,
And I've been Adryon.
and we will see you next week on the Apple Box.